Hey, 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 Lori Gemini Tarot. I'm here to give you your astrology reading. This is going to be for October 2021. Yes, if you're new here, hi, I'm Lori Gemini Tarot. I'm a tarot reader. Now, how this works in the chapters down below, the astrology signs will be listed. It'll be Aries through Pisces. There'll be chapters, timestamps in the description box below. Just go ahead and click on your sun, moon, and ascending sign. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell. And comment down below. I want to know what your favorite scary movie is, what your favorite horror movie is. Halloween, it's that time of year, and I'm a big fan. I also want to know what your favorite costume that you dressed up in. I remember a few years ago, I dressed as Louise Belcher from Bob's Burgers, and the office got a kick out of it. Uh, so, so I want to know what your comments down below. I want to know what your favorite Halloween costume is, and I also want to know what your favorite horror movie is. This is going to be a Halloween, a spooky themed tarot reading, of course. I will be using multiple decks. I do have the Halloween tarot deck. I do have a Beetlejuice tarot deck. I do have a Halloween Horror Nights tarot deck. So if you're familiar with Universal Studios, whether if it's in Florida or Hollywood, they do a lot of haunted houses, spooky things that time of year. We do have Scary Stories tarot deck. If you are a fan of the scary stories that you tell in the dark franchise, you're going to be in love with this. We do have a spooky tarot deck, which has homages to some horror movies. We do have the Haunted Halloween Oracle deck, as well as a spooky affirmation deck. And I do have the Terror Tarot deck, which is going to be a monsters themed deck. So make sure that you comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and let's go ahead and dive into this. Hello, Aries. This message is going to be for you, for those who are Sun, Moon, Rising, also Venus and Jupiter. We do have the High Priestess, which is Cancer Pisces vibe, as well as the Chariot card, Cancer energy, Death card, Scorpio energy. We do have the Nine of Pumpkins on the side, which is Virgo energy, as well as the Wheel of Fortune to the right. We do have on the bottom row, we do have the Three of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy. I do have Poisoned Apple, as well as Ordinary is never the only option. Okay, so this is something that you've been meditating on for quite some time, Aries, and you've been having visions, you've been having these dreams, you feel it in your gut, your intuition. Use the force, Luke. Use the force, Leia. You feel it within you. It's like your spider senses are tingling. It's like Hagrid coming to your door and saying like you're a wizard, Harry. It's that kind of energy. So it feels like you were destined to do this. It's like if you build it, they will come. It's that kind of vibe, you know? So it's something that you've been meditating on and you just feel it in your gut. And now you're just going with it with the Chariot card. You have this energy where you feel victory and you just feel like I'm just going to jump and leap and move forward. I am seeing for some travel plans, this could be moving or relocating because of deployment for employment. This could also be just traveling, taking a cruise or taking a road trip. There is just a happy, fun energy, this new vibe, new energy. Who is this? I'm also seeing somebody maybe adopting a pet or two. But you're moving forward very quickly. And with the Death card, you're ready for this change, this transition. And you feel like you are collaborating and you are meeting good quality people. You're meeting people who are older than you, younger than you, and you're getting many different life perspectives. There may have been different philosophies or beliefs. It could have been maybe you were raised in a sheltered household and maybe raised by somebody that's very strict or religious. and maybe having a certain stereotype or a certain belief system about someone or something. And once you encounter somebody that maybe practices that, or somebody that may live this lifestyle, and you're realizing that, hey, they're not bad people. They're very, they're quality, they're wholesome, they help the community, and you're you're growing and you're evolving. It feels like you are transitioning out of this sophomoric junior high phase where you're just engineering the awkward and weirdness out of you. There is a warning, there is some sort of deceit or some sort of ill will intent. And I do feel like for a small portion of you, Aries, I'm sensing that you, okay, I'm sensing for like a very small audience of Aries that you have gotten a settlement or some sort of will, some sort of inheritance. You won some sort of prize. Something was given to you, and it feels like because of somebody's death or somebody's passing, there was some sort of tradition that had to be passed on, and because of this, you inherited this. You inherited the business, you inherited the money, you inherited the property, you inherited the houses. It feels like there's something that you inherited that's really worth something. And it feels like there's going to be somebody that's sleazy, somebody that is shady, somebody that is, um, they're a scrub, a buster. This is somebody who is a deadbeat loser that is going to try to wiggle their way and try to love bomb you in order for you. They're going to pretend to be friends with you again, to pretend to want to establish, like, let's be, like, a family member is going to try to reconnect with you, or an ex is going to try to get back in a relationship with you, and they're only using you for money. They're only using you to try to steal this from you. I've got that for a small audience for you. The majority, I feel like you are trying to rush into a relationship with someone because you feel like this person has changed. I do feel like you have changed, but there are red flags there, and you're picking up on it beforehand. If when you would see these red flags, you would always ignore it or enable or make excuses because you were just addicted to the thrill of it all, or you're addicted to being in love, or just addicted to being in relationships or something. You were addicted to seeking validation, and now you're picking up these red flags from people. Normally, now your antenna has improved, and so instead of enabling these things, you're picking up on them very quickly. It does feel like it feels like this person is definitely lying to you. Either they're playing other people on the side, or they're trying to get you to settle. They're definitely trying to get you to settle for less. It also feels like this person may have some sort of control issues as well, some big insecurities. Like they have an issue if you are staying after hours because you have to work, and they don't like the fact that you're working with somebody of the opposite sex or something stupid and petty like that. I got that energy. Like this person has a problem with you going to school or getting an education or making more money than them. It feels like they don't like the fact that you have connections, or it feels like somebody is definitely jealous, and they're trying to feed you the Kool-Aid. It feels like they're trying to get you to drink the Kool-Aid, and I feel like that's going to be a no for me, dog. I feel like that's going to be your poison apple. It feels like this person is trying to make you ordinary, is trying to make you settle for less, and you should not settle for less. And the red flags, you need to dip out. And it feels like you're more comfortable with being single than to play this along to see how things turn out, because you know the turnout is going to be terrible. So you're no longer wasting your time because you know your value, you know your worth. You are very attractive, you are smart, you're charming, you are funny, you are very funny, and you are very persistent, and you're very capable. And it feels like you have this tenacity where you love to prove people wrong. You know, you like people to eat their words, and you like to have them, you know, like put it where their mouth, like put their money where their mouth is. You're the type of person that uh, you you show up, you back up your words, and you have no problem. You're going to be, you have a lot of options and suitors, and there's a lot of great fortune that's going to be coming to you in the next 3 to 6 months with the Wheel of Fortune card. So in the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to be receiving a lot of good luck, love, prosperity, abundance. You're just going to be surrounded by overall wealth, whether it's financial, mental, spiritual, just your overall being. You're very comfortable in your own skin. And it took you a long journey to get you where you're at. Beforehand, you're very insecure. You're always seeking the approval of others. And that, as a lot of times, has blown up in your face because you give wrong people good, and like you give wrong people like the benefit of the doubt. And the only thing that they bring to the table is the audacity. So instead of playing stupid games and winning stupid prizes, you are following your intuition. You're going to live your life for you. It feels like somebody is trying to bring some sort of ultimatum. It's like it's either me or school, or it's either me or the job. It feels like somebody is trying to give you some sort of ultimatum, and you don't negotiate with terrorism, you know. So you're going to be solo, you're going to be independent, you're very comfortable, you're very confident, and you're not going to waste your time with that bozo. You are going to be going on a trip, on a vacation in the next 3 to 6 months. There's going to be a lot of very wonderful things. Just be careful of people's ill will intentions. It feels like before you jump right into this job, you may want to do research to make sure whether they don't have like a high turnover, or whether the boss that you're working for, or the client that you're working for, is very toxic or very abusive. Uh, you may want to do a Google search to make sure, like, this person, you know, like the person that's hitting you up on your DMs, they're not married, or they're not, you know, you need to do more research. And the red flags that you're seeing, just put them on block, put them on ignore. Just, you don't want anything to do with these people. So that was your reading, Aries. If that resonated with you, make sure you comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe to this channel. I really want to know what your favorite Halloween costume was. I don't care if it's when you were a 5-year-old child, or I don't care if you are a 42-year-old man now. I want to know what your favorite costume is, whether if it was a group costume or a couple's costume. I want to know. I'm just always fascinated by that. And I also want to know what your favorite Halloween horror movie or thriller, uh, your favorite movie around this spooky time that made you pee your pants or made you scream like a little girl in a movie theater, you know? So comment down below. So thank you for watching. Be safe, wash your damn hands, and nanu nanu. This reading is going to be for Taurus, for Sun, Moon, Ascending sign, as well as for Jupiter and Venus. We do have the Temperance card, Sagittarius energy, as well as the Hermit card. We do the Hermit card, which is Virgo and Aquarius energy. We do have the Five of Pentacles, which is Taurus energy. I do have the Hangman, which is Pisces energy. I do have Werewolf. Your curiosity and capability know no bounds. We do have the Knight of Imps, which are wands, which is going to be Leo energy. And I do have the Justice card, which is Libra energy. So let's go ahead and dive into this, Taurus. So you are spiritual, you are more connected to the universe. You've been doing a lot of meditating, a lot of praying. You are very comfortable in your skin. I see your third eye opening up. I'm seeing a lot of light workers or spiritual healers, tarot readers. I'm seeing a lot of like counselors or therapists. A lot of people who are healers, whether if it's medical or mental or physical, whatever the case may be. You have been doing a lot of shadow work. I've been doing a lot of healing. I do feel like there has been an answer that's been revealed. Something that you've been searching for, you finally have clarity on. And it feels like there's this fog that you're in the thick of this fog, but it's not going to be for very long. So you're going through your spiritual journey. You're going through the process. You're trying to find your true identity, find your true self, find your core. And it feels like you've been putting up this shield or always trying to take care of others, and you have to start taking care of yourself. And really, in order for you to be the best person to, to be the best friend, to give the best advice to, or to be the shoulder to lean on, or to, for them to cry on, whether if it's whatever the case may be of your responsibilities, your obligations, and your stubbornness of trying to be like a mother or a parental figure and trying to kind of be a mentor and kind of be a pillar of the group or be a pillar of the family or a pillar of, and you need to take a step back. Your health is a little bit declining, and it's not like you're terminal or anything like that. It's just that your stress level, it's starting to take a toll on you physically and mentally, and it's okay to take a step back in order for you to recoup and heal, in order for you to get back out there. It's kind of like with an athlete when they've injured, like their knee or their leg or whatnot. The last thing that you want to do is add more stress on top of it. You need to heal. You need to take, time. You need to put the pressure off your knee. You need to put the pressure off your foot or whatnot in order for that to heal, in order for you to be a better performer. And right now, it's time for you to be a better performer. It wouldn't hurt if you speak to a counselor or a therapist to clear your head. Don't think like just because you speak to somebody that's a professional that there's quote unquote something wrong with you, or you have something that's incurable, or there's some sort of stigma with something, or you feel like just because you go to couples counseling, that's mean that the counselor or the therapist is automatically has some sort of agenda of, like you guys need to break up or whatnot. A lot of times when people go to couples counseling, it's because of communication issues. It's not always the loom and gloom of things. It's just every once in a while, you guys need a tune-up, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it feels like there is some sort of clarity that you need to get. With the Five of Pentacles, there is going to be some sort of struggle, whether if there's a financial setback, but it feels like you're very insecure, and it feels like for some of you, you may be struggling, whether it's to pay rent or to help a family, like it could be helping out a family member or a friend. Maybe they're on the verge of eviction and they need a place to stay, or they need cash to pay the mortgage or the rent. It feels like there is some sort of step back financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and and just know, I know it makes you feel insecure, and it feels like it's the loom or gloom, and it feels like it's the end of the world, but it's only temporary. This situation, it's only temporary, and I feel like this is a choice because it's with the Hangman. And the Hangman, it's always a choice. Nobody's not forcing you. Nobody's not putting a weapon against you and forcing you to do something. It's you are willingly enabling the situation. You are willingly allowing yourself to be stressed. It's kind of like, why are you pressed like a panini over this? Do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? There is some sort of deep spiritual healing. You need some sort of guidance. It feels like for some of you, you may be at a crossroads, or maybe there's some sort of weird like 7-year itch thing, or there's a midlife crisis. But it feels like you are stuck at a crossroads and you don't know what to do. And you feel like your needs are not being validated, your needs are not being met in one shape or form. And it feels like there's a choice here you know, and you may be having impulses whether to do something that you may regret, or uh, just because right now you're going through an uncomfortable phase, you're thinking that it's a permanent situation. And I'm letting you know that this is temporary. This phase is brief. It's very brief. And you are shifting. You are transitioning. And you got to realize that in order for something great to happen, in order for new beginnings to happen, something must die. All right? Whether it's a philosophy, whether if it's certain people that are sophomoric, or they hold you back, they stunt you from evolving or moving on, whether if it's a relationship, friends, an environment. It could be that maybe one day you change religions, or you change your diet. There's something that happens, and there's some sort of accountability that's happening. And part of changes and transition, you're having to engineer things away from you that are awkward and weird and that are holding you back from growing, from evolving. And it's really a choice. And it's whether if you're choosing to hold on to this, or whether if you're willing to let go. And it feels like a lot of you need to focus on meditation. You need to focus on yoga. It feels like you don't take time out of your life, whether if it's 20 minutes a day, an hour a day, or maybe like one day out of the week, to have you time, to have an identity. Because it feels like for some of you, you may be suffocating. Just know that this transition, it's only temporary. It's going to feel very intense. It's going to feel like it's the end of the world. It may feel traumatic, but this is a shift that's happening for you. And your curiosity and your capability know no bounds. Now, this shift, this brief phase, will move very quickly. All right? It will happen quickly. You're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're going to see the answer that you're looking for. And I do feel like because you're going to analyze this, and you're going to realize that it's really a matter of a choice on whether if you're going to keep it or let it go. And it feels like once you move forward with something, once you just embrace, then nothing can stop you. Because with the Justice card, there's a new positive karmic energy that happens. It's a positive karmic shift. Whether if you're going through a divorce or going through the court system, it feels like there may be temporary eyes on you, but I do feel like justice is going to be on your side. I do feel like your name is going to be cleared. If there is some sort of investigation, your name is going to be cleared. You're not going to be at fault at all. And you may be like a person of interest or whatnot, but you're not going to be charged with anything, or charges will be dropped. I'm just seeing, just overall, you're finding inner peace, inner balance, and you are not engaging in any negative energy. You're realizing that you're no longer going to enable bad people, and you are just focusing on yourself. And because of it, you're going to be living the best life ever. I'm just seeing you being rewarded with some sort of settlement or some sort of court agreement. It feels like things are going to be in your favor. Don't freak out. You may be picking up a temporary bad habit like vaping, smoking, whatever it is, but it will pass. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, okay? Don't freak out. Don't think that it's the end all or be all. This is only a setback. It's only temporary. It's only for now. Whether if it's that job, that haircut, whoever is currently elected, whatever the case may be, it's only for now. And just know that this is a brief phase, you know, and your persistence and your tenacity, you know, has no limits to your capabilities. And you're going to be able to rush into these new changes, these new transitions very graciously and very peacefully. And you're going to be setting a very good example, and you're going to be getting a lot of compliments. So it's like, you know, like, man, during my divorce, it was super nasty, but I'm so surprised of how civil and how calm and how and how much you and how mature that you are. It feels like you're going to be getting a lot of praise, and you're going to be choosing the high road. So that is going to be your reading, Taurus. If this resonated with you, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching. Be safe. Wash your damn hands. And I want to know your comments down below. I want to know your favorite Halloween costume that you wore, that you've worn in your lifetime. I also want to know what your favorite Halloween movie is. Okay, I want to know whether it's a kids movie. I want to know if it's a real spooky movie. I want to know what your favorite Halloween movie is. So thank you for watching. Be safe. Wash your damn hands. No. Gemini, this message is going to be for you for October 2021 for Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, Venus signs. So we do have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, as well as the Chariot card, which is Cancer energy. We do have the Three of Swords, Libra energy, as well as the Hangman, which is Pisces energy. We do have the Black Rose, as well as You're Not Lost, You're Simply Exploring the Unknown Path. To the left, we do have the Three of Bats, Libra energy. So we have 2 Three of Swords. So that is going to be a strong message. And we do have the Death card, which is Scorpio energy, which is on the right. So I am seeing some sort of union breaking up. Okay. So I am seeing a family getting a divorce, a family separating. This does not have to necessarily be your personal relationship, like with your partner. This could be finding out that your parents or somebody in your family is going through divorce. I'm also sensing a death. Now, this is not going to be for all of you. It feels like this is going to be a small select of Geminis. It feels like there is going to be a pillar in your family that may pass, that may move on to the other side, whatever metaphor that you would like to use. But that is what's happening here, okay? So you have to let go of something because there's more than one individuals involved, because there's the Three of Swords. There's 2 Three of Swords, so this is a strong indicator that there is going to be more than one person that's going to be involved. This is a lot of disappointment, frustration, anger. This is a lot of sorrow and depression. I'm seeing a lot of tears, a lot of heartache, just a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of crying, just a loss of appetite. It feels like you're going to have the closure that you need. It feels like once you and this individual, it does not have to be romantic. Remember, love comes in many shapes or forms. This could be platonic. This could be leaving a friend, a social clique. This could be having to go no contact with family. There could be a lot of elements that's involved. So a lot of times when people think of with heartaches and breakups, they automatically assume like romantic relationships. And yes, that could be the case for some, but it's not always the case, all right? So I just want you guys to keep an open mind that it's not always, like romantically involved. It could be platonic or business related. It feels like there's some sort of obligations, contracts that were signed, whether if it's for a lease or a marriage certificate, whatever the case may be. It feels like somebody is moving, relocating, moving out very quickly. This person has moved on very quickly. They may have even set up some sort of travel plans. I also heard somebody is taking the pets. Somebody's taking the dog, somebody's taking the cat. But this is really a choice. It feels like there was a choice that needed to be made, and it felt like you needed your peace of mind, and you needed your pride and dignity. And with the Black Rose, this is a relationship that's parting, that's ending. So you're definitely going to get some closure from this, Gemini. I'm also seeing somebody being disappointed that they didn't get the promotion, or they didn't get the job. They felt like they were entitled to it, or somebody promised them that they were going to get the job and then they were backstabbed. I also heard that. I'm seeing somebody having to travel long distance because this person has passed, or you're having to move or relocate because you're having to leave this relationship. You're not lost, you're simply exploring the unknown path. This was truly a blessing in disguise. Uh, this situation that happened, uh, it's it's a little bit bittersweet. You may not see it right now because it's very intense and you feel foggy and there's a lot of emotions that's going through you, but you're gonna survive this. You're gonna get out of this. With the death card, this is a positive change. This is a positive transition that you're going through, and you're engineering the things that should not be in your life. And part of life is also death. That's something that you have to accept as well. And in order for you to move on to do bigger and better things, you have to let go of things. So you've been holding something back. It feels like you're holding yourself back because you're expecting somebody to step up to the plate. And I'm just letting you know that they will never step up to the plate. And this person has shown their true colors time and time again. This is also going to be a double whammy because it's a Three of Swords. So it's not only one, it feels like there's multiple people involved. That's heartache. I'll kind of give like an example. Like say like there was a death because of a car accident. Maybe it was a drunk driver and they hit and they killed someone. So it's not only, there's multiple families that's ruined. The person with the DUI, their family is ruined because, they're splitting a family apart. And on top of it, they hurt someone, they killed someone, and then on top of it, there's the victim that's involved and their family is destroyed too. So there's multiple different elements. It feels like it's a double whammy. It really feels like a double whammy. Or I'm also sensing like it comes in threes. And because there's 2 3s here, for some of you, this is going to be focusing on your career. This could be a double whammy on your career, where you may get laid off. It's definitely going to come in threes. It feels like one bad thing happens, another bad thing happens, and another bad things happen. But it feels like this death or this ending of this situation is going to bring you the closure that you need, and it's going to make you stronger. There is something that it feels like for some of you, Gemini, there's been a philosophy that you've been holding on to because you felt like it was out of principle for the longest time. And it feels like this philosophy is really holding you back, and it's going to cause more pain than it does you good. And it feels like you need to engineer that thing out of you because you're spiraling. And it feels like you continue to beat yourself up because of this decision or this tragic choice. I just don't want you to make a life-altering decision that you'll regret. So that is going to be your reading for Gemini for October 2021. If this resonated, make sure that you comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe to this channel. I do want to know what your favorite Halloween costume was. I don't know. It doesn't matter whether if you were a little child. I don't care that you're a 32-year-old man. I want to know what your favorite Halloween costume that you wore when you dressed up. And I also want to know what your favorite Halloween movie, what your favorite spooky movie, horror movie is. I'm just fascinated with what people, what their interests are. So make sure you comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching. Be safe. Wash your damn hands. Nanu nanu. Hello, Cancers. This is going to be a reading for Cancers for October 2021 for Sun, Moon, Ascending Sign, as well as Jupiter and Venus. This is going to be your reading. So we do have the High Priestess card, Cancer Pisces energy, as well as the Death card, Scorpio energy. We do have the Strength card, Leo energy, as well as the Ace of Wands, Fire energy. We do have Candle Magic, spin confidence like cobwebs over your life and let no one brush them away. I do have on the left the Lovers, Gemini energy, and I do have the High Priestess, Cancer Pisces energy. So we do have two High Priestess cards. So this is going to be a very strong focal point for you. So you really need to trust your intuition. And the High Priestess, you're going to be focusing a lot of your time and energy just focusing on you, what your purpose is in life, what your goals, your aspirations are going to be, whether if you're going to start that business that you've always been talking about, whether if you're actually going to push yourself and get out of your comfort zone, these things that you've been kind of mushing in your head, it's going to be a very strong focal point for you in October. Your spider senses are going to be through the roof with this, okay? So this is going to be a gut feeling that you're going to be having. And with the Death card, it's going to be changes. This is transitioning that's happening here. You're going through a major milestone in your life. I do feel like this is a positive experience. Nothing in the reading screams anything negative. This is a very positive milestone that's happening in your life. And it feels like you're going to finally jump on that new hobby. You're going to finally start that small business. You're going to finally open up that shop. It feels like you're going to finally invest in something. You're going to finally push out that screenplay. You're going to finally get headshots so you can audition for the part. It feels like you finally have fire in you. It feels like there's some sort of persistent and it's just light up in you. I'm also seeing somebody's sex drive improve as well. I'm also seeing somebody being extremely excited in a sexual tangling sort of way. You have the strength to overcome any and all obstacles that come your way. So this phase, this transition, this major milestone, it's going to feel a little bit like junior high. It's going to be awkward. It's going to be a little bit weird, but you're going to be engineering that. So you're realizing that in order for something positive, for something new to happen, something must die. Whether if it's a philosophy, it's a belief system, letting people that hold you back go, whatever the situation is, something that you've been holding yourself back from in order for you to leap and move forward, you got to make peace with it and you've got to let it go. And you have the strength to overcome this. You're afraid of your capabilities and you are very comfortable in your situation, even though you may not like it and it may feel uncomfortable or weird, but you're used to it. You're used to this normalcy. And it's time for you to shake yourself out of that and find a new normalcy, a new normal for you. It feels like there's going to be some sort of project or some sort, like it's your baby, something that you're working on and you're fascinated with it. You really need to trust your intuition. You're using your full power. You're using your full abilities. I'm seeing a lot of light workers, spiritual healers, tarot readers, empaths. You may be doing a lot of spells. So you may be doing a lot of candle work. You're doing spells for the full moon, the new moon, especially during Halloween, spooky season. It feels like you're using this time and energy. You are manifesting. You are manifesting your partner. You have a vision. You have your dream job, this business, this corporation that you want to rise. You want to become social media famous. You want to have some sort of presence. You want to rise about that. You are manifesting your dream partner. Whatever your dreams, your goals, your aspirations are, you're manifesting. You're manifesting like a motherfucker. You are putting so much time and energy just doing a whole bunch of spells, positive affirmations. It's like you fake it because you fake it until you become it, and you spin confidence like cobwebs over your life and you let no one brush them away. With the Lovers card, I'm seeing there's some sort of peace, some sort of compromising. I'm seeing someone manifesting their better half, their dream partner. They're somebody that they're going to be a lifer with. They're going to be their ride and die with, They want to grow old with this individual. They want to build a family. And you just have this intuition, this gut, this feeling that you know that you're going to be meeting this individual soon, and that you're doing a lot of spell work and you're manifesting this. You are very strong and very capable. You just don't realize your full powers. I do sense a little paranoia with you, but there's nothing for you to be worried about. There's nothing in the cards that indicates anything bad. It feels like you just lack self-confidence and you're afraid to move forward. You're afraid of success. You're afraid of positive attention and affirmations. And it could be that you're so used to being outcasted or being the scapegoat of the family, or used to having somebody else be the golden child, but it's your turn to be the golden child. It's your turn to have positive praise and recognition. It's your turn to have the spotlight on you in a positive way, you know? And this is your moment. And it feels like you're ready to let go of your insecurities. You're ready to let go of your self-doubts. You're ready to let go of toxic people that continually to gaslight and hold you back from and being passive aggressive in order for you to achieve your goals. You have the strength to overcome this. You are in it for the long run, and you're not like a fad. You're not you're not like 15 minutes worth of fame. You're not a one-hit wonder. You're here, you're like a Beyonce. You're here for the long haul. You need to trust yourself, and if you need to do spells, and if you need to do affirmations, if you need to do whatever, if you need to use that as a form of meditation in order for you to focus on your true dreams and desires, that's what I would do. You don't need to be nasty. You don't have to worry about what you're going to be like, like a shriveled up old person that you're going to be forever alone. That's not going to be the case for you. And there's nothing wrong with being alone either. I'm also seeing somebody that is pregnant. I'm seeing a positive transition where somebody is going to become pregnant. Somebody's going to become, they're expecting. And you may be afraid of whether if you're going to be a good parent or whether if you're going to be able to meet the expectations. You will be able to meet up their expectations. This is a great blessing. This is a wonderful blessing. Yeah, this is a very positive reading for Cancers. Yeah. So there may be a secret. You may be not telling anybody that you're pregnant. You may be wanting to wait until the first trimester, or you want to make sure that, because of complications, you want to make sure that everything goes smoothly before you start making an announcement. But I am seeing big positive new changes that are happening for you. This is a positive transition, a next step, a major milestone in your life. Just believe in yourself. You are capable of doing anything. And yeah, you just have to have a little bit of confidence. But I am seeing you just manifesting anything and everything that you've always desired. So that is your reading for Cancers. This is going to be for you for October 2021. Oh, and I also picked up one more message. I'm picking up for like one Cancer. You may have gotten married like in October, because like your favorite time of year is Halloween, and you're going to be telling everybody and you're going to be expecting a child. I also got that too. Okay, so that is going to be your reading, Cancers, for October 2021. If this resonated, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell. I want to know what your favorite Halloween movie is. I want to know whether it's spooky, whether it's funny, even if it's just like a cartoon series, the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, whatever it is, or Hocus Pocus. I also want to know what your favorite Halloween costume that you dressed up as, whether if you were a little kid, whether if it was for like a big party, for like a costume contest. I want to know what your favorite Halloween costume that you wore. So thank you for watching. Be safe, wash your damn hands, and nanu nanu. This message is going to be for Leo, for Sun, Moon, Ascending sign, as well as Venus and Jupiter. These are going to be your messages for October 2021. So, Leo, we do have the Judgment card, which is Scorpio energy. We do have the Strength card, which is your energy, as well as the Lovers card, Gemini energy. I do have to accept imperfection is to know true beauty. I do have the Wheel of Fortune as well as the Four of Bats, which are swords, which is Libra energy. I do have the Magician card as well as Pumpkin. So let's dive into this, Leo. So you're in the process of your spiritual awakening. There is a beautiful transformation. This is a rebirth. It feels like you're born again. You've escaped death. You had a near death experience. You had a second chance at life. I am seeing this for a very small window of Leos. It feels like for some of you, you may have gotten either an illness which has a high death rate that you survive, or you get into some sort of accident and you survived this accident. You may have been in a coma, or you may have had to stay in the hospital. There is some sort of recovery period, and it feels like this is you have a second chance at life, and you start reevaluating things, what has true meaning, what has importance and real substance in your life. I got that for a very small percentage of Leos, but when I was throwing out the cards, I kept on getting that message, so I felt like that needed to be said. I'm also seeing a couple getting back together. I'm also seeing a couple, you may have had a temporary breakup or some sort of space where you needed space, where you may need to speak to like a counselor or a therapist, you know, like a marriage counselor, couples counseling. There's nothing wrong with that. Usually it doesn't mean, a lot of people fear that, thinking that the therapist is going to always pick a side, or it means that somebody is a horrible person. That's not, that's usually not the case with therapy. Yeah, there is that involved, but that's not all of that, what's involved. A lot of times people go to couples or marriage counseling is because of communication skills. You know, there's a underlying issue that needs to be addressed, and that's a safe environment for people to be able to be open and honest and be vulnerable without feeling judgment. So just take that into consideration. I'm just seeing a reunion. This is a family reunion, somebody embracing. I'm also seeing somebody's name being cleared. It feels like this is a good karmic energy. It feels like whoever tried to frame you or spin a negative narrative on you, they're getting their upcomings, is also what I heard. I'm just seeing you embracing this second chance of life that you have. And you got to realize that in any aspects of life, whether if you are single or whether if you are in a partnership, there will always be challenges throughout your life. And it's how you handle these challenges, it's how you handle these struggles. And you're going to be handling it very graciously. You have a better understanding of how to handle the situation because you've already lived through it. With the Lovers card, I'm just seeing a lot of mutual respect, a lot of beautiful compromises. I'm seeing a wonderful union. So I'm seeing a couple getting back together, or if you're currently in a relationship, if there was some sort of hiccup or some sort of, you may have been arguing a lot, or you may have been like temporarily felt distant or whatnot, you guys are going to be feeling more connected. It's going to feel like old times. You're going to be able to overcome these challenges. It feels okay, and I also want to point this out. It feels like for some of you Leos, you're feeling very insecure about your looks. And it could be that maybe you're starting to look at the mirror and you're seeing crow's feet or wrinkles, or you're just starting to feel just insecure, and maybe you're afraid that your partner is going to leave you, or they prefer somebody's more younger or vibrant, and you don't need to worry about that. I just feel like you're insecure and you're just trying to project that. um, I also kind of want to go back to like one of my first thoughts about somebody getting into an accident. You will survive, but it feels like there's going to be some sort of scar, or something that it's it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but you feel like it's this, you're afraid because of like maybe a scar or a wound that people are gonna like shun you or think that you're like some, like you're the elephant man or something like that, and you're not. You know, there's a lot of people who have very extinguished features. Like Joaquin Phoenix is a perfect example. You know, with the cleft lip, and he is handsome. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people who have very extinguished looks, where maybe people may feel like, oh, because of this, it actually adds more of a unique feature to you. It's in a positive way, I think. Okay, so I just felt like that was just going to be for like a very small audience. Okay, so we do have the Wheel of Fortune. So in the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to be bouncing into a lot of good luck, love, abundance, prosperity. Things are going to be looking up Millhouse for you. So by the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022, it's going to be sprinkled very nicely of a lot of very positive, uplifting things. And it feels like since you decided to change your philosophy or embrace this new you, coming out of your spiritual awakening, your this near-death experience, it's made you a better person. It's made you a stronger, more confident person. And because of it, instead of looking at all the negatives in the life, you embrace all the positive in your life. The everyday things, being able to wake up without being in pain, being able to get out of bed, being able to cook yourself breakfast. I mean, there's certain things that you used to take it granted for, and now you embrace those things. The Four of Bats, there's going to be a time period where you may be feeling a little bit depressed, or you may need to take some sort of break. This could be just taking a little temporary break in the relationship. I don't feel like this is an end all or be all thing. It's, couples do have spats. It happens. I'm not saying like the relationship breaking up is the end all or be all. It could be even with the panini, with the situation, with the Roni, whatever you want to call it. You may just constantly be in the house 24/7, and it could be just starting to get to you. And there's nothing wrong with, just having a little bit of an identity, a little bit of an identity where it's just like, what, for an hour or two, I'm going to go hang out with my friends, or I'm going to go do some yoga. I'm going to go to the yoga bar or whatever and get some yoga and do some yoga or whatever. Just have some sort of outlet that makes you feel a little bit independent and makes you have an identity. There's nothing wrong with that. The Magician card, you're embracing this new energy, this new beginning. I'm just seeing you manifest the life that you want. It feels like you're finally putting yourself first, and you're putting yourself on a pedestal. It feels like for some of those who are single, if you're just going through a breakup, as soon as you start having your own identity and remembering the life that you used to have, that's when you're going to get back with this individual. It feels like for some of you, you may have been a little bit too codependent on the individual, and you had to reassess. That's for a small percentage of you. I'm also seeing for you, Leo, that there may be some sort of temporary, injury or illness that you may need to take some sort of break, but you're just going to regroup and you're going to be able to shine. I'm seeing whatever you manifest will come into fruition into life in the next 3 to 6 months. It doesn't matter what you can do, you're going to be very successful. I mean, you can fart into a tambourine and you can come out with the best album of all time. Just saying. And with the Pumpkin, you're going to be receiving a lot of wealth, a lot of abundance, and you're experiencing growth. Not only financial growth, this is personal growth, spiritual growth, emotional growth. It's just overall abundance, prosperity, happiness. So you're taking a very hard reevaluation. You're coming to terms of your spiritual awakening with this. With the situation that's going to come to you, you're going to bounce back from this. You're going to become stronger. If you are single, you are manifesting the partner that you're supposed to be with. Just have more confidence in yourself. Stop tearing yourself down. The next 3 to 6 months, the end of 2021 2021, the beginning of 2022, things are going to be looking up Millhouse with a lot of good luck, love, and abundance. That is confirmed with the pumpkin card. And everything that you've been manifesting, it's going to start coming to you. It's going to be raining down like Africa, right? Like Toto. So that was your reading, Leo, for October 2021. If that resonated, make sure you comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe to this channel. I do want to know what your favorite Halloween costume was that you dressed up, whether when you were a little child or whether if you're a grown ass adult. It doesn't matter. I want to know what your favorite costume was that you dressed up as. I also want to know what your favorite Halloween spooky movie is. It could even be a television show like The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. It could even be Hocus Pocus. It could even be The Thing. It doesn't matter what your favorite horror movie is. I want to know. I'm always fascinated with what people's interest and what gives people the heebie-jeebies. So thank you for watching. Be safe. Wash your damn hands and nanu nanu. This message is going to be for Virgo, for Sun, Moon, Ascending Sign, as well as Venus and Jupiter. This message is for you for October 2021. We do have the Emperor card, which is Aries energy, as well as the Justice card, Libra energy. We do have the Five of Swords, Libra energy, as well as Hatred is a refugee of the uninformed. We do have the Three of Wands, Aries energy, as well as the Queen of Pumpkins, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We do have the Death card, Scorpio energy, as well as Vampire. Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this, Virgo. So with the Emperor card, you're actually becoming more dominant, more control. You have more control of your life. You feel like you're finally getting the hang of things. I'm seeing a lot of entrepreneurs. I'm seeing a lot of contractors, a lot of people who work on their own. They have their own business and you are thriving. It feels like it took you a while in order for you to get into the groove of things. You're now starting to feel like what it's like to kind of like feel like more of a grown-up or feel more adult. You're adulting more. You are standing your ground. You're being more assertive. You have no problem throwing the word no. Or throwing around, actually, per my email, those kind of things. You are being very strong, very, very forceful. You're finally just feeling comfortable in your own skin. And there's this new karmic shift. It feels like for some of you, you may have felt like you didn't have control in your life or the environment or in your relationship, and now you're finally feeling confident what it's like to be assertive, what it's like to be on your own, to be independent. You're just feeling this new positive karmic wave. I'm seeing for some of you, you may be doing some sort of legal work, getting something trademark, getting something patent, getting something copywritten. It feels like for some of you, you may be trying to get a business license. I'm also seeing somebody signing court documents as well. Somebody may be going through a notary. I'm just seeing there was this energy that left you, the one that was insecure, frightful, timid, that has escaped you. And now you just feel like a whole bunch of weight has been lifted off your shoulders, but has been lifted off your chest. You feel like you can finally start breathing again. You're feeling this new positive energy and you're embracing it. You're embracing this new life, this new journey that you have. You're feeling more balance. You're feeling more stability. And there's a spring in your step as well. And it feels like because of the Five of Swords, you had to cut certain people out. You had to cut out certain environments out. And it felt like you had to do things in two or threes. Like you left your job, you left a relationship, and you relocated. It feels like there was some sort of like double or a triple whammy effect where it felt like as soon as you're ready to let go of one thing, that's mean it gave you the courage to do something else. And it felt like the pieces fell into place. And it's because you have been finally becoming dominant. You've been finally being assertive. standing up for yourself, so you don't allow people to try to gaslight you or try to manipulate, emotionally manipulate you, or try to make you feel sorry for them, or try to spin a different narrative. You go, no, 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 that's not how you roll. Homie, don't play that. And you call them out for it. And you are standing your ground. And there's a line that's been drawn. And people are finally showing their true colors. People are finally showing their true colors to you. And with hatred is the refugee of the uninformed. It feels like you have to leave certain people out because they're just dumb as hell. They're just dumb as hell. And there's always going to be people who are always going to choose ignorance. I'll just leave it at that. And it feels like because of this new karmic energy, because of feeling more dominant, more self-control, more assertive, and feeling like you're finally your true self, with the Three of Wands, it's like you're leaving on good terms. And just because other people or the situation may be salty or they may be butthurt, it's kind of like malicious compliance. It's kind of like malicious compliance. And you did everything by the book to the T. You didn't be petty. You didn't throw anybody under the bus. You did things very graciously, and because of it, there was a wonderful, beautiful opportunity that was presented to you because of that. And with the Queen of Pumpkins, which are Pentacles, you're feeling very grounded, very secure. It feels like you're finally rebuilding yourself. You're finally establishing yourself financially, emotionally, spiritually, and you're finally making the place that you live at a home. You're finally feeling comfortable in your own skin. You know, whatever life or challenges that throw at you, you're okay with being on your own. And with the Death card, there's new changes, there's new transformations that are happening for you. And it's because you realized that something had to be let go. Something had to die in order for you to move on. Because something was holding you back, whether it's a philosophy, a group of people, an environment, a job, whatever the situation was, it was holding you back, and you had to cut ties with them because you realized was that they were stunting your growth, and you were going to become bitter and resentful, and you're going to end up becoming like a weeb or like dumb as fuck like them, and you did not want to be like that. And with Vampire, it's kind of a give and take situation, and you're realizing that that there's certain people that don't add value to your life. There's people that will emotionally drain you, that will financially drain you. Some people are just lonely and they just want to hang out. You're just realizing that people are using you, and you're realizing that the situation is draining, where it could be like every time you speak to this person on the phone, whenever you get off the phone with them, you just feel like drained, and you just feel exhausted, and you feel just worn out, and you just feel like it was going to last forever, unless if you finally just was a big boy or big girl and you put on your big boy and big girl pants and you cut the cord. So that was your reading, Virgo. Excuse me. That was your reading, Virgo, for October 2021. If this resonated, make sure you comment down below. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I also want to know what your favorite Halloween costume was, whether if it was a little kid or whether if you're a grown-up. I want to know what your favorite costume that you dressed up as, whether if it was like a group costume, a couple's costume, or your favorite costume that you dressed up as a little kid. It doesn't matter. I also want to know what your favorite horror movie is as well. Whether if it's just a light, fun, hearted, or something super spooky, or psychological, or gory. Is it B? Is it, high quality? I want to know. So I just love it all between, like the trash, the good, the psychological, everything. The cringier, the better. I kind of like that. So thank you for watching. Be safe. Wash your damn hands, Virgo, and no. Hello, Libra. This is going to be your reading for October 2021 for Sun, Moon, Ascending Sign, as well as Venus and Jupiter. We do have 2 Empress cards. So 2 Empresses, which are going to be Cancer, Pisces energy. Woo, woo, woo. We also have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. We do have Be Heard Even If You Have to Howl. We do have the 3 of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy. I do have the 2 of Pumpkins, Capricorn energy. I do have the Sun card, Leo energy, as well as Snake. Okay, so we have 2 Empresses. So the fact that when we have 2 or more of the same cards, this is going to be a very strong focal point. These are very positive cards. I'm just seeing you transforming. It's a lot of personal growth. You're becoming more self-aware, and you're realizing that you're going to have to do some deep shadow work, and you're realizing that you're only scratching the surface of your trauma. It could be that you used to make excuses of like, oh, that's how my upbringing was brought up, or back in that time period, it was okay to be physical with your kids, like smacking or spanking or whatever. But the more that you're looking at it, the more you're realizing that it's abuse, or you're realizing the more your household you thought was normal, it's not normal. It's actually dysfunctional, it's unhealthy, and you're picking up a lot of red flags, and you're realizing that you're projecting that into your current life and how you interact with others. It's a very strong energy of how I'm getting with that, and you're realizing that there's some sort of accountability that needs to be made, Libra, and you're realizing that beauty has to come from within, and it's not only just the superficial stuff with doing facials and getting pedicures and manicures and buying all the latest skincare products to remove all the dead skin, or to make you more youthful and younger, and remove all the wrinkles and crow's feet and all that superficial stuff, and all the fads to try to look younger and to try to be thinner, or to have a bigger ass, or whatever the fad is on to try to capture your youth. It feels like you're missing the mark, and you're realizing that you have to do some really deep soul searching, and you're embracing that. You are a very gorgeous, handsome individual, okay? You are very attractive, but you're realizing that you keep on picking up very flawed people, and it's because of your antenna of who you're aligning with. So all you have to do is you just got to readjust your antenna, and you're going to attract more quality people. And they're not going to be just beautiful on the outside. They're going to be beautiful on the inside as well. They're going to have very loving characteristics and attributes, things that you're looking for in a partner, like faithfulness, loyalty, somebody who is trustful, who is honest. And you have to look beyond just the superficial stuff, like they drive a nice car, or they make lots of money. You have to look beyond that. You have to look at their ego as a person, their philosophies, you have to look at all of that as a whole. So Libra, we also have the Hierophant, and it feels like you're focusing a lot of your time trying to rebuild yourself. You may be going back to school to get your credentials, to get your degree, your diploma. I'm also seeing you maybe focusing on going to a counselor or a therapist, or you may be speaking to a spiritual advisor. This could be a priest, a rabbi, this could be a shaman, it could be a life coach. It's somebody that's going to help guide you. And I'm just seeing you may be sitting in a chair, you may be sitting on a couch, and you're having to express your feelings, and you're going to have to shed your ego, and it requires you to be open and honest. And you got to look at it this way: you're paying like a counselor or a therapist or a life coach your time and your time and your energy. And the person on the other side can only help you with the tools and the resources that you give them. So if you're not being completely transparent and honest, then they're gonna only give you what you provide them, and you're only stunting your growth and your health, and you're honestly wasting the other person's time as well, where they could be using that time and resources for somebody who actually does want to work on their problems. So you're realizing that you're having to rebuild yourself. I'm just seeing a positive transformation. You may be going through like a nutritionist, you may be seeing some sort of health specialist, but I'm seeing a transformation. It's from the inside out. You could be practicing a new religion or a new spiritual belief, and you're realizing that you're having to be heard. And it feels like there's some sort of burden or some sort of secret that you may have been withholding from yourself, or you're afraid to be honest or transparent with. And I think now you're realizing that now is the time to be open and honest with yourself, and you need to be true to yourself. And you're going to feel like once you start expressing yourself, and it's okay to cry and howl and to be angry and bitter and resentful, relieved, happy after you've expressed yourself. It's okay to have those feelings. They're valid. But you're going to feel like you're going to be able to be open and honest, and you're going to be having the tools and resources in order for you to move on with the Three of Pentacles. I'm just seeing collaborations. It feels like at this point, once you're able to rebuild yourself up and working and having the proper tools and resources in order for you to have proper coping mechanisms or guidance to move forward in your life, or any current issues or problems that are currently present in your life, I'm just seeing you reconnecting and having resources. You're going through more than one agency. This could be through a nonprofit organization. I'm also seeing somebody like passing their resume around and somebody getting a job. I'm seeing somebody getting a promotion, a job, a raise, and it feels like it's something that you had to work yourself with. I'm also seeing a small percentages of Libra. It feels like for some of you, you've been struggling with becoming pregnant or building a family, and you may have had to see a medical specialist in order for you to conceive. You're going to have that opportunity. I do feel like there may be a surrogate, or there is a third party that's going to help you and your current partner to conceive, to have a child. I am also seeing somebody who is taking multiple responsibilities, but you're juggling with it. So it could be that you're working more than one job. You also have your side gig. You also have your hobbies and activities. You may be also taking care of the kids, like taking them to sports activities, to school activities, sleepovers, birthday parties, all those children obligations, and you're able to juggle it. It feels like you're able to roll with it. You're able to handle yourself. It could be that beforehand you used to be a hot mess, and you used to be like an emotional cripple. Like you could not handle like a breakup. You could not handle any small crisis or big crisis that comes your way. Now you have grown and you're able to roll with it. You're able to use your tools, your resources, your support group in order for you to handle any challenges or obstacles that come your way, Libra. And with the Sun card, you're a lot more happier. You're feeling a lot more optimistic. You're feeling just very childlike. You feel very youthful, and you're starting to feel young again. I'm also seeing, for a very small percentage of you, Libra, you had a procedure done. Like you had like plastic surgery, cosmetic surgery. You had something nipped or tucked, or you had something enhanced. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's no shade or anything. I'm seeing that. It feels like it could have been that you lost a ton of weight and you had to remove excess skin. I'm just using that as an example. I'm just seeing that there's just this very positive, happy change that's overwhelmed you in a great way. You're feeling like your true, authentic self, and you're surrounding yourself with very happy, positive people. And with the snake, it's because you finally released something. It's because you finally let something go. It's this new energy that you've embraced, and you're rolling with it, and you're focusing on your health. You're making your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health. You're making yourself your number one priority, and you need to put yourself first. So that was your reading, Libra, for October 2021. If this resonated, make sure you comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. I want to know what your favorite Halloween costume was, whether if you were a little child or whether if you're a grown-ass adult. I want to know what your favorite costume was, whether if it's a group costume, a couple's costume. I also want to know what your favorite Halloween movie is, whether if it's a horror, funny, spooky, lighthearted, it doesn't matter. I'm always intrigued on what everyone's favorite horror movie, whether if it's something that scared the crap out of them as a child or something that made them like get up and leave in the middle of a movie theater. I'm just fascinated. So yes, so thank you for watching. Please be safe, wash your damn hands, Libra, and nano nano. This reading is going to be for Scorpio for October 2021 for Sun, Moon, Ascending Sign, as well as Venus and Jupiter. This message is for you. We do have the Hermit card, which is Virgo, Aquarius energy. We do have the Empress card, Cancer, Pisces energy. We do have the Star card, Aquarius energy. We do have Embrace Your Shadow. It is your truest companion. We do have the Seven of Swords, Libra energy, with the Justice card, Libra energy. The Empress card, so we have two Empress here, Cancer, Pisces energy, as well as Owl. So Scorpio, with the Hermit card, you're trying to find the answers. You're trying to seek the truth. You may be taking a break from school or needing to speak to a counselor, a therapist, a life coach. You're trying to get clarity in seeking. You're trying to get closure on the matter. I am seeing you, Scorpio. You're getting your wish granted. The truth will be revealed. Light is at the end of the tunnel. Happiness can be found even at the most darkest of times, only if one remembers to turn on the light. Dumbledore once said that. Now, we do have two Empress cards. So these are going to be very strong focal points in the month of October for you. So you're going to be focusing a lot of your time on personal growth. You're becoming more self-aware. You're doing shadow work. And you are re-examining your life and starting to tweak and engineer philosophy, changes, belief systems that no longer hold to you. You're becoming more beautiful, more radiant. I'm seeing some sort of diet, some sort of change within you. It feels like just overall you are in a much happier and you're glowing, you're vibrant. And with the Star card, your wish will come true. You've been manifesting like a motherfucker, and you are going to become a star. You're going to become a celebrity. You're going to get the attention and the praise that you've always wanted. And it's because you focused on personal growth. It's because you did not take any shortcuts. Embrace your shadow. It is your truest companion. Don't run from yourself. And it's really because of the Seven of Swords. That's why it's confirming this, because you are not being honest with yourself. You're not being honest with yourself. And you cannot just spew out love and light and like rainbows and sunshine and happiness. You can't do that. You have to focus on yourself, and you have to be true and honest and transparent. So if you are speaking to like a counselor or a therapist, or if you're really doing some deep shadow work, there needs to be some sort of accountability there. And you cannot let go of things. You cannot, you have to be honest with yourself, and you have to be transparent. And it feels like either you're not being honest with yourself or somebody's not being honest with you. And with this Justice card, somebody's going to get somebody's going to definitely get their comeuppance. Somebody's going to be exposed. The truth will be revealed. It feels like your name is going to be cleared, because I'm not seeing anything really negative that's really affecting you. It just feels like there is going to be some sort of energy where somebody's not going to be honest. Somebody is going to, somebody is being deceitful. Somebody is going to try to lie to your face. They're going to have the audacity to try to lie to your face. And the truth is going to be exposed. Like, they're going to be exposed on social media. They're going to be dragged to filth. And you don't have to do anything, because you're not being negative. You're not playing dirty. You're not throwing anybody under the bus. It's like you allow them to play themselves. Like you're not even engaging, you're just watching the train wreck unfold before your eyes. You know, all you're doing is just rubbernecking. That's all what you're doing. You're rubbernecking, you're pulling out like the popcorn, and you pulled out a seat, and you're just watching from the sidelines. Uh, so there's this positive karmic change that's happening. If you go to court or if there's some sort of legal issue, your name will be cleared. If somebody is lying or trying to ruin or drag your name, they will be exposed. 444. I'm also seeing there's again with the Empress card, because you're focusing on yourself, you're focusing on your personal growth, you're focusing on evolving and becoming a better person, and you're picking more up, like you're picking more up on red flags, you're picking more up on when something's off, or you're trusting your intuition a lot more. And this is going to be a great month for the month of October, because the truth is going to be exposed. The Hermit card, the Star card, the Justice card, and of course with the Seven of Swords. So somebody is going to be dishonest with you. Their lies are going to be exposed. The truth will set you free. And with the Owl card, you've made a very wise choice. And the reason why, Scorpio, is because usually, okay, I got this energy when I was like shuffling your cards. Okay, it's like I've seen a lot of growth. So usually you'll be very like, you'll clap back, or you'll have a snarky retort, or you'll just like read somebody to filth or whatever. And you did not do that. You just stayed fucking silent on the matter. Like you stayed silent as a church mouse. Like you just kept your mouth shut. And it's because you allowed this person to expose themselves. It's just, you did not play into their game. Instead, you just let this person continue to ramble on, and they just played themselves because they continue to spew their web of lies. So that's all you had to do. It's like you did not have to say anything. You just had the silent treatment, and it wasn't because you were trying to be petty or trying to. You were just not engaging. Like you don't negotiate with terrorism. You knew what game that they were trying to play with you, and you saw right through it. You saw right through it, and because of it, you did not talk shit. You did not clap back. You did not try to throw anybody under the bus. You ended up becoming a better individual, and because of it, you got some new info. You got some receipts. All right, you got the tea, all right, because the truth has been revealed to you. And it's because it was a wise choice, because you kept your mouth shut, because the truth is going to be exposed to you. You're not going to say shit. You're going to go ahead and you're going to put that under your thinking cap, all right, and you're going to wait it out. You're going to wait it out. You're going to wait for your opportunity. You're going to wait for your opportunity because you don't want to show your cards, all right, because you know when to hold them, you know when to fold them, right, just like that Kenny Rogers song. So there's going to be very positive, happy, karmic things are going to happen to you. You're going to be finding more balance, more peace within yourself. So that is your reading, Scorpio, for October 2021. If that resonated with you, make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell. I do want to know what your favorite Halloween costume is. I'm a very big fan of, like, I want to know what you wore. It doesn't matter whether if you're a little kid or a grown-ass adult. It doesn't matter whether if it was like a costume, like a couple's costume, a group costume. I just want to know. I'm just fascinated. I also want to know what your favorite Halloween or thriller or horror movie is. I'm just fascinated. Whether it's gore, psychological, thriller, a little bit of humor. It doesn't matter, like even the scary movie franchise, like it doesn't matter. I love it, I love it, I love it. So please make sure you comment down below. So thank you for watching. Be safe. Wash your damn hands. Nana nana. This message is going to be for Sagittarius for October 2021 for Sun, Moon, Rising, Ascending sign with Jupiter and Venus. These messages are going to be for you. So we do have the Hermit card, which is Virgo, Aquarius energy, as well as the Star card, Aquarius energy. We do have the Seven of Wands, Aries energy. We do have Embrace the Freedom of the Unknown. We do have the Ace of Pentacles, Earth energy. We do have the Five of Ghosts, which are going to be Cups. This is Cancer energy. We do have the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius, your energy, as well as Snake. So let's go ahead and dive into this Sagittarius. So you have been searching for the answer, and you've been doing some deep evaluation. You've been doing some soul searching. You've been doing an assessment, we're doing some research, and you're realizing that something doesn't add up. You're realizing that something does not align, something is missing, and you're going to do whatever it takes. It wouldn't surprise me if some of you are speaking to a counselor, a therapist, a light worker, a life coach. It could be a spiritual advisor, but you're trying to seek the answer. You're trying to seek for the truth, and the truth will be revealed. It's confirmed with the Aquarius energy, with the Hermit, and with the Star card, because the truth will be exposed. The truth will set you free, and your wish will come true. It's something that you've been manifesting, something that you've been focusing on. It's something that you've been driven to, something that you've been longing for. It's going to finally come into fruition. Now, with the Hermit card, it's not going to happen very quickly. It's going to take it's going to be a journey. It's a self-discovery journey. This is a process. This requires some personal growth. It does require you to be self-aware and to do some deep shadow work, to do some deep soul searching, and a deep evaluation within yourself. It's reassessing your ego. And this is going to be challenging with the Seven of Wands. There's a lot of challenges here, and you're going to be able to overcome these challenges, but this is a part of life. With new responsibilities, with fame, there comes the paparazzi. You know, with a lot of money, there's going to come people that is going to try to lie, cheat, or manipulate or use you for your money. You know, there's always a consequence. It's kind of like the grass is always greener on the other side. It's be careful what you wish for. You know, you don't know what it's like until you've been in the other person's shoes. Part of life is there's always going to be problems and challenges. There's always going to be difficult people. There's always going to be a time in your life where you may have to eat a shit sandwich and deal with a shitty job or deal with a shitty environment. But it's how you roll with these challenges. It does feel like, for a small audience of Sagittarius, is that you're going to be finding out that someone has been lying, shit talking behind your back. Like, you're going to be finding out like a friend has been trying to hook up with your partner, or you're going to be finding out that somebody tried to throw you under the bus. The truth is going to be exposed, and they're going to be dragged to filth. It does feel like, for some of you, this is going to be some shadow work, or you're going to have to experience what it's like to be alone. This could be because of codependency issues, or you've always had to, or it could be like, a silver spoon situation. You've always had to rely on others, and now you're having to rely on yourself. You're having to rely with your own resources that you do have, and you're finally get to live the life that you've always discovered and you've always wanted. The Ace of Pentacles, this is a new beginning. This is a present. There's an apology that may be made. This could be somebody that was trying to throw you under the bus, somebody that was shit talking you or whatnot. This is somebody that might be making an apology. I'm also seeing somebody's credit score improve, somebody getting handed keys, whether if it's for a new car or for a new place to live. I am seeing somebody getting a bag of weed. I'm also seeing somebody just leveling up in life. I'm seeing somebody getting a promotion, a raise, getting their dream job. I'm also seeing somebody getting an acceptance letter to a college or university or a full paid scholarship. I'm seeing somebody getting approved for a loan. I'm seeing a lot of opportunities. I'm seeing for one individual that you have heard some great news that you have become pregnant. There may be some complications within the pregnancy, but you and the child will be fine. Now, with the Five of Ghosts, there is a lot of sadness and depression. And this could be for a small audience of you. This could be you are finally independent on your own for the first time. Whether being stuck in a long-term relationship, this is you're finally having independence. And this is about rediscovering yourself. This is a discovery journey. For some of you, this could be you've always lived with a bunch of people, whether if it was roommates or you've always lived with your family, and this is you finally getting your own place. And this is self-discovery of just kind of doing things on your own, learning how to adult. That's for a small audience. It feels like there's a lot of depression or sadness just trying to survive doing things on your own, maybe starting new traditions, building new bonds with new family. I know the holidays can be rough, especially when you lost lost a loved one. Especially the first year is always the hardest. But I do see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel with the Temperance card. And this is about you. And this is about rediscovering who you are at your very core. And there's things that you have to peel away like an onion. And you're only scratching the surface of it. And this is a time where you have an opportunity to be your true, authentic self and live the life that you've always envisioned and desired. But it requires you to be honest. It requires you to be transparent. And it requires you to have this no fucks given attitude and not worry about what others think or judgment or whatnot. You need to be comfortable within yourself, and you need to start living your life, you know? So this is all about rebuilding your self-esteem, rebuilding your self-worth. You have a lot of new beginnings, new opportunities that are presented to you. Now, for a very small percentage of you Sagittarius, there could be some sort of will or some sort of inheritance because of a loss of a loved one, okay? It feels like you're going to have a new opportunity to start over. In October, you're going to have an opportunity. You're going to be manifesting. Your wish is going to be coming true. This is a self-discovery journey. There will be challenges. You're going to have it feels like you're going to inherit whether money, you're going to inherit something where it gives you can have a lot of opportunities and you have a lot of solutions that you can use with it. Okay. And with the Snake card, this is an opportunity for you to release. This is a time for you to let go. You're focusing on your energy. You're focusing on what's best for you. You're focusing on your mental health, your well-being. So you're not going to allow anybody that is toxic, somebody that is going to interfere, anything that's going to add stress in your life. Your main priority is protecting yourself, your home, your well-being, your family, whatever the situation is. You are protecting your health. So your health is a main priority. I do feel like for some of you, you may be dealing with a high-risk pregnancy. I feel like that's going to be for a small audience, a small amount of you for Sagittarius. But it feels like you may have been dealing with a high-risk job, like a job that was, it's in a very dangerous field, whether if you are, like a firefighter, or whether if you're a police officer, whether if you're a stuntman, or your job of work causes a lot of stress. A lot of stress where your blood pressure is up and you're on the verge of having a heart attack or a stroke. It's now time that you need to really take a step back, maybe speak to a counselor or therapist. You may need to speak to some sort of health specialist. And I'm also sensing for a small audience of you Sagittarius, you may have some anger management issues that you need to resolve. You need to nip this in the butt, because otherwise you're going to have a rock bottom moment and it's not going to be in your favor. I also got that energy. So I do sense that there is some sort of depression. There is some challenges that you have. You may be feeling rejected or casted aside, but know that everything is in your favor. It's honestly a blessing in disguise. You have new beginnings, new opportunities that are presented to you. You just have to have faith in yourself, and you need to release people that don't add value to your life, and you need to focus on your energy, your well-being, and your health, your mental health, your physical health, your overall energy. You need to protect yourself. So That was your reading, Sagittarius, for October 2021. If that resonated, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell. Comment down below. I would love to hear what your favorite Halloween costume was. I don't care whether if you were a little child or whether if you're a grown-ass adult. I don't care whether if it was a group costume or a couple's costume. I want to know whether if you dressed up as a Power Ranger or whether if you dressed up as Adam and Eve. I'm just very interested. I'm always just fascinated if people dress up and how creative their costumes are. I also want to know what your favorite horror movie is, what your favorite Halloween movie is, what your favorite, whether if it's gore, if it's B, if it's comedy, if it's psychological. I just love to hear different people's what their version of like what a horror movie is or whatnot. So I'm always fascinated with that. So thank you for watching. Be safe. Wash your damn hands, Sagittarius. No. This message is going to be for Capricorn, for Sun, Moon, and Ascending sign, as well as Jupiter and Venus for October 2021. We do have the Tower card, which is Scorpio energy, as well as the Chariot card, Cancer energy. I do have the Wheel of Fortune, as well as Embrace the Freedom of the Unknown. I do have the Three of Swords, which is Libra energy, as well as the Hangman, which is Pisces energy. I do have the Hermit card, Virgo energy, with Aquarius, as well as the Luna Moth. So Capricorn, with the Tower card, people usually freak out with this card, and it can have good indications and it can have bad indications. It really depends on the spread of the card. And really what the Tower card is, it's a magical fluke, it's a great mistake, it's an unexpected event that changes your life. So this is something that's going to be very dramatic, that is going to change your life. And with the Chariot card, this is in your favor. This is a victory. I'm seeing some travel plans, relocating. I'm also seeing somebody who is taking a cruise. I'm also seeing somebody taking a new job and moving, whether it's because of deployment or for a current job. I'm also seeing somebody adopting a pet or two. I'm just seeing just overall just a very quick go-go gadget movement that is in your favor. With the Wheel of Fortune, in the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to be rewarded with a lot of good luck, love, abundance, prosperity. This is very, very good. So towards the end, so October, November, December, as well as the first 1 to 3 months of 2022, you're going to be rewarded with a lot of good luck, love, abundance, prosperity, and joy. And this is going to move very quickly, and it's going to feel out of nowhere. It's going to feel out of the blue, but it's going to magically transform and change your life. And you should really embrace the freedom of the unknown. And it's okay to enjoy new things. It's okay to embrace. There may have been a life plan that you had envisioned in your life, that you felt like, oh, you're going to marry this person and that you're going to build a life with this individual and that you're going to settle for this individual. And then life happened and life changed. And you found out that this person wasn't who they were. And because of it, you are transforming, you are changing, and you are moving on to bigger and better things. And the universe is rewarding you because you've just rolled with the punches. With the Three of Swords, there's some sort of disappointment, and it involves more than one individual. You feel heartbroken, you feel let down. It's a lot of heartache or heart pain. Now, this does not have to be a romantic partner. This could be family members, this could be friends, this could be work colleagues. Remember, love comes in many shapes and forms. But with the Hangman, this is all about a choice. This is something that you may have enabled. You may have saw the red flags, but you just turned a blind eye. And this is, at this point, this is a major focal point in your life. It feels like this is a major milestone on whether if you're going to allow somebody to continue to disrespect you or grow a backbone and be assertive and bow out of a situation. And it does feel like you're going to be choosing to be solo. You're going to be choosing to seek for the truth. You're going to be seeking for answers. The truth has been revealed. And this is going to be a long journey, a long spiritual process. Uh, your wish will come true. Just know that your wish will come true. And you're going to be able to heal, and you're going to be able to grieve, and you're going to be able to move on from this. But it's really a choice on whether if you want to go ahead and wallow in this misery, or if you want to get a better clearing and a better understanding of the situation and heal and process the trauma, you'll be able to do that. You'll be just fine. You need to have faith within yourself. It wouldn't surprise me if some of you saw a light worker, a spiritual healer, a psychic. It feels like for some of you, you are light workers or spiritual healers or tarot readers, and you really need to trust your intuition, and you really need to focus the energy on you. And it's okay to take a break. It's okay to take a step back and reevaluate and reassess. It's okay to detach from family members or friends, to regroup and focus on you. There's no shame in that. So there's going to be a life-changing event that's going to happen. Things are moving in your favor. There's a lot of positivities. And it doesn't matter for the next 3 to 6 months. You're going to be rewarded with a lot of good luck, love, abundance, prosperity. It's okay to embrace new changes, new exciting events that appear in your life. You may be disappointed, saddened, heartbroken that you wish that you can share these events with certain people around you. But you've made a choice that you have dignity, you have pride, you have self-respect, and you will not allow this individual to continue to treat you nothing but the audacity. Just have faith in yourself, have faith in the situation. You are a very psychic and intuitive individual, and it's okay to take a little break. So that was your reading, Capricorn, for October 2021. If this resonated with you, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell. I do want to know what your favorite Halloween costume is. I'm a huge fan of it. It doesn't matter if it was a costume that you wore as a little child. I don't care if it was a couple's or a group costume, or you were born as an adult. I want to know what your favorite Halloween costume that you dressed up as. I also want to know what your favorite horror movie, what your favorite scary movie is, whether if it's a scary movie franchise, or whether if it's an actual horror movie, whether if it's an 80s slasher, or if it's a B-rated movie, psychological thriller. I'm all about it. So make sure that you comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching. Be safe. Wash your damn hands. No. Aquarius. This message is going to be for you for October 2021 for Sun, Moon, Ascending sign, as well as Jupiter and Venus. I do have the High Priestess card, Cancer, Pisces energy, as well as the World card. I do have the 10 of Swords, your energy. I also have Be Heard, even if you have to howl, as well as the 10 of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy. I do have the 4 of Ghosts, which is Cancer energy. I do have the Hangman, Pisces energy, and I do have Magic Mushrooms. Yes! So let's get into this, my freaky little aliens. So my Aquarius. So with the High Priestess, there is some sort of secret that you're keeping within yourself. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. None of the cards really indicate too much that it's a horrible thing. It could be that you're carrying this burden. It feels like there's some sort of secret, some sort of burden that you're holding within yourself, and it feels like once you release it, the truth will set you free. I'm also saying a lot of you are very psychic, very intuitive, and just seeing you've been having a lot of vision, a lot of dreams, and it could be getting more intense. There is some sort of closure that you're going to have. It could be that maybe you have a dream or a vision that you encounter somebody who has passed on or who has made it through the other side. And you have that conversation or this talk, you have this encounter and it brings you closure, it brings you peace, Aquarius. With the Ten of Swords, this it, this closure is going to kind of feel like a death. It's just kind of like when you watch a television show synopsis and it gives you, just a prenup of like previously on this season or previously on this episode, and it kind of gives you just a prenup, just kind of like a synopsis of a little highlights and clips of what the previous episode or what the previous season was, just to keep you up to track. That's what's currently going on with this. So the Ten of Swords brings you closure. There is some sort of just, it brings a little pain, it brings a little sadness. It's just overall bittersweet, this bittersweet energy. And it's okay for you to release this anguish, release this secret, release this burden. And it's okay to start journaling things out. If that kind of helps you verbalize things, that's the way to do it. There's nothing wrong with that. Now with the Ten of Wands, this has been adding a lot of stress to you. You've been having a lot of backaches, pains, migraines. You've just been starting to feel ill. This is a lot of stress and burden. It's almost like, do you want to be wrong? Do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? That's really what this is. Do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? This is a weird hill to die on. This is honestly a weird hill to die on. And it feels like you would be a lot happier if you just set yourself free. Now with the Four of Ghosts, it's for the Four of Cups, you are feeling very insecure and it feels like you're waiting for the grass is greener on the other side, or you're settling for less, or you're waiting for somebody to accept you. It's oh God, it's like you're watching like an 80s movie, and it's like one of those teen movies where it's like the dorky girl just waiting for her dream hunk to notice her, and then finally at the end the dream hunk notices her. Like Sweet 16, those type of classic movies. So 16 Candles, right? 16 Candles, right? So we do have the Hangman here, and this is something that you really need to meditate on, something that you really need to focus, and it's really a choice. This is something that you're choosing to partake in, and so it's like you're choosing to torture yourself. You're choosing to pine over a situation, an environment, hoping that it will change or hoping that they'll favor you. And you need to put yourself first. And if this person cannot see your worth, or this company, your boss, whomever it is, then you need to put your time and energy to elsewhere. And nobody's not forcing you to be put in this situation. You need to speak up. And you need to release this. With magic mushrooms, it feels like you need to escape a situation. It's a lot of strong visions, a lot of strong dreams that you've been having, and it's going to become more and more intense, and it's going to become more vivid to you. I am sensing travel plans. So Aquarius, you need to trust your intuition. You need to trust your gut. Use the Force, Luke. Use the Force, Leia. You are a wizard, Harry. You need to know that. You need to trust your abilities. You're going to find closure on the matter. There is a lot of burden, a lot of stress. It feels like you're trying to fight. You're trying to prove somebody wrong. You're trying to prove somebody wrong, or you're trying to prove yourself right. It's like this weird hill that you're trying to die on. I would not recommend that. It brings a lot of stress to your eyes. I mean, it's just like there's a lot of crying, a lot of tears. You almost feel like you've almost aged. It feels like you've aged. This stress, this anguish has aged you in some sort of weird way. And you're holding yourself back from evolving in life, from moving on in life. The Hangman, just find peace, tranquility. It's okay to do yoga, to meditate. But overall, this is really your choosing, and it's up to you whether if you want to let go. There's nothing wrong with taking some magic mushrooms and going down that rabbit hole, you know, finding the white rabbit and having your own spiritual journey. You will encounter your visions and dreams. They will speak truth to you. It's kind of like with Homer Simpson eating that spicy pepper, you know, the ghost pepper, and encountering Johnny Cash as a wolf. Find your soulmate, Homer. You're going to have that moment. You're going to have your spiritual awakening. You're going to be having a lot of visions, a lot of dreams. It wouldn't surprise me if some of you take a psychedelic trip in order for you to have a spiritual journey, like a vision quest. I'm also seeing somebody taking a trip to Vegas, you know, like you want to have like your own version of the hangover, whatever that means. But yeah, this is your reading, Aquarius, for October 2021. If this resonated with you, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell. Comment down below if the reading resonates with you, you enjoy the decks. I want to know what your favorite Halloween costume is. It doesn't matter whether if it was a child or whether if you're a grown-ass adult. I want to know what your favorite Halloween costume is that you wore. I also want to know what your favorite horror movie is. It doesn't matter whether it's funny, whether if it's a comedy, or whether if it's suspenseful, whether if it's a thriller, psychological, whether if it's campy, whether if it's B, whether if it's gore. I just love it all. I want to know. So thank you for watching. Be safe. Wash your damn hands, Aquarius, and na. This message is going to be for Pisces for October 2021 for Sun, Moon, Ascending Sign, as well as Jupiter and Venus. I do have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, as well as the Moon card, Pisces energy. I do have the Seven of Wands, Aries energy. I also have, it is a grave mistake to underestimate yourself. I do have the Knight of Wands, Leo energy. I do have the Moon card, so we do have two Moon cards, again, Pisces energy. I do have the Fool card, Sagittarius energy, as well as Book of Shadows. So let's dive into this, Pisces. So the Hierophant, you've been focusing a lot on spirituality. You've been focusing on religion. You've been focusing on philosophy. You've been doing a lot of researching. You may be going back to school, trying to get your credentials, trying to get your degree. I'm also seeing some of you may be speaking to a counselor, a therapist, a life coach. You're seeking guidance, and you're seeking answers. The Moon card, there's two Moon cards. So you're going to be having a lot of visions, a lot of dreams, and your psychic abilities are going to be through the roof. You may be hearing from your ancestors, but these visions, these dreams are going to become more clearer, more apparent, and they're going to be more detailed in time. There's a lot of challenges that you have. Now, for some of you Pisces, you've been having this gut feeling, and it gets more and more intense, and you feel like somebody who you felt like was an ally, whether if it was a business associate, whether if it was a romantic partner, whether if it's a family member, a friend, it's somebody who you relied on. And you find out, you've had this gut feeling that they are not faithful, they're not loyal, they've been talking shit behind your back, they be lying and they're dishonest, and you catch them in the act. It feels like you caught somebody in a fling, you caught them in the middle of, you caught them in coitus, like you caught them in compromising situations. And it feels like this makes you ugly, like this makes you mad, like this makes you so mad. It feels like this has happened more than once. It feels like the situation has happened more than once. But this situation is something that you felt like you had a lot of faith. You felt like this was very stable. This was a rock. This was a pillar. You've been having a lot of visions, a lot of dreams. Your intuition has been through the roof. It's been popping. You know that shit's been going down, especially at night. And this has been very challenging for you. And it feels like every time, they try to throw a wrench at you and you're able to outsmart them. Every time that they try to make a backhanded comment, you're able to clap back and you have like a very witty retort. It feels like every time this person tries to gaslight you, you're able to kind of shut them down. And this person is trying to underestimate you. Like this person is purposely trying to underestimate you and they're trying to underestimate you, and they're trying to make you feel like you're stupid when you're not. You're very creative, you're very talented, you're charming, you're attractive. You have a lot of very good qualities about yourself. You have a lot of wonderful qualities about yourself. And this person is taking advantage of your hospitality. They're taking advantage of your kindness. And this makes you mad. This makes you mad because you feel like you've been deceived once again, which this is not your fault. The Fool card, there's new beginnings for you. There's new beginnings for you. And you have an opportunity to travel, to reconnect. It wouldn't surprise me if you go on a girls' trip or you go on a guy's trip. You just want to go out and have some fun. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody goes out and has a fling. You know, they have a fling, like they meet somebody on vacation and they have a connection, you know? And I'm seeing somebody also adopting a pet as well. And you're just embracing this new adventure. It feels like with this new philosophy, with this new guidance that you have within you, you've been trusting your intuition, you've been trusting your gut, you've been, instead of ignoring the red flags, instead of just rolling with it, you're more assertive, you're more firm. You've been handling a lot of these challenges that have been coming in your way very well. A lot of things that, you know, everyday life or just recent events that's just a little bit hectic, you've been able to roll with it. You know your self-worth, you have dignity, and you are recognizing that you are fun, you're attractive, you are vibrant, you are a catch, a one of a kind, a creature unlike any other. And anybody would be a fool to not recognize that. And with the Book of Shadows, there's messages that you're receiving from the other side, from your ancestors, from your spirit guides, and they're letting you know that you have a lot of magic and you have a lot of abilities and you can manifest anything and you can say whatever affirmations and it can come into fruition. And you're manifesting like a motherfucker. And things that you've been focusing, you've been doing a lot of spells, especially around the new and full moon. You've really been focusing on that. You have goals, you have ambitions, and you have a vision board, and you're chewing bubblegum and you're kicking ass and you're all out of bubblegum because you're going to be kicking ass with that manifesting. So that's what you're going to be doing. You're a powerful witch. You're a powerful wizard. You are going to go ahead. You're going to start focusing a lot on your spiritual work. And you may be starting to start your own business, your own practice, maybe create a book or start teaching how to do tarot or how to read runes or how to read astrology charts. You're finally putting your work out there. You're finally putting your talents and abilities. Out of all the astrology signs, Pisces is the most intuitive and they're most in-depth and they are connected with everything and everyone. So you have those abilities and you were meant to share that with the world. And I think you're starting to realize your true full potential. And this is no scam. This is no Miss Cleo act. You are the real deal and you should be very proud of yourself. And there's always going to be challenges. People are going to be questioning your abilities. People are going to be questioning your visions, your dreams. But you need to trust yourself, your path, and what the universe has in line for you. So that was your reading, Pisces, for October 2021. If this resonated with you, make sure you comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell. I am fascinated. I love to know what your favorite Halloween costume was, whether if you were a wee little lad or whether if you are a grown-ass adult. I want to know what your favorite Halloween costume was, whether if it's a group costume, a couple's costume, just your own individual costume. I love to know. I also want to know what your favorite Halloween movie is, whether if it's a comedy, whether if it's horror. Well, I know it's horror, but whether if it's like a slasher, whether if it's like a trauma film, whether if it's B, whether if it's sexploitation, whether if it's a thriller, psychological. I just love all that. So make sure that you comment down below. Thank you for watching, Pisces. Be safe. Wash your damn hands. Na 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 na.